We have a special conference theme challenge this week. So what we have is quite a few different inputs. We've got everyone who's registered for different events or sessions, sorry, should I say. Then we've got the information about what those session IDs correspond to in a lookup table here. Then finally, we've got the information of who actually attended the sessions that they registered for. So we've got the online attendees and the in-person attendees. So we want to know who didn't attend the sessions that they registered for so they can get sent the recording. Okay, so first of all, if we take a look at our online/in-person fields, we probably want to do a little bit of cleaning up of that. So grouping together all these ones that look like they're supposed to be in person, grouping together all these that should be online. So go to our ellipsis menu here, go to group values, and maybe I'll go with spelling to see how that groups together. Perfect, it's given me an in-person and online group, so I can click to see which values have been included. Yep, they all look like the ones that I want to be included. Brilliant, so I'm going to remove this change from this clean step because I already have that change occurring here. Beautiful. Next up, we want to be looking for the company name. So the company name is defined as anything that comes after the @ symbol and before the first full stop. So we're going to be using the split function in order to make that work. So if I go into this clean step, and first of all, I'd want to split my values using a custom split. I want to take the last value after the @ sign. So anything that comes after that @ symbol. Okay, and when I do that, I get here anything that comes after the @ symbol. Then I want to do my split again and say anything that comes before my first full stop. So the first value before my full stop. Or period, sorry, and that's the English way of calling it. So I split that again, and then I get just the company name that comes out of that. So I can get rid of the additional field that I don't need now, this one here, and just rename that to be company. Okay, now I want to work out how many sessions each person has registered for. And to do that, I'm going to use a fixed level of detail. So I'm going to group by each email address, because that's how we're going to identify each person. And I'm going to count distinct the session IDs that they've registered for. So you can see that everyone's registered for 1 to 5 events. And to understand which events they actually are, we're going to join on our lookup table. So here's our lookup table. It gives our session ID and the session name. And then we're going to join those together on the session ID. We'll remove those additional fields now. We don't really need the session ID if we've got the session name. So now we can see a bit more clearly what sessions each attendee has registered for. Now we're going to join on our online attendees. So if we check out what information we have there, we have the session and the emails. So when we join that, then we're going to join a left-only join. So that means that we're just getting the information about those who have not attended. So anyone who's attended would be in the inner part of this join, but anyone who hasn't attended is going to be just in this table, but not in this table. So we remove any additional fields from there, and we filter this to just be online because we're looking at the online attendees. And then we have the 342 people who couldn't attend these particular sessions that they were registered for. Then we repeat this process for our in-person attendees. So we do a very similar thing here where we're just joining, this time rather than the email addresses because they were in person, we have our first name and our last name. So that's how we join on instead. So joining on the first name, last name, and session. Again, removing those unnecessary fields, making sure it's a left-only join, and filtering it to just be in person there. We'll bring back together these two tables so that we know these 490 attendees who couldn't attend the sessions that they were registered for. Now we're counting up the number of sessions not attended. So we have the total number that these people have registered for, but how many did they register for in the first place? So we know which ones they can't attend. We just want to count those up. So if we see here that our calculation we're doing is grouping by our email address again and counting the distinct sessions. So that'll be either 1 or 2. We just want to work out the percentage of sessions that they couldn't attend. So then we do this calculation here, which is saying the number of sessions not attended over the number of sessions that they'd registered for, rounding that to 2 decimal places, So we can see here that some people couldn't attend 100% of the sessions that they'd registered for. Maybe that means they couldn't attend the conference at all. But for other people, maybe they just registered for more than they could attend. And then we just do a little bit of ordering the fields, renaming some of the fields, and we're done with this challenge. So hopefully you enjoyed this challenge. Hopefully it was a bit of fun to imagine all the different sessions that people might be registering for and all the chaos that can happen around conference time. Okay, so thanks very much for watching.